Clara stepped onto the cobblestone streets of Soho, the mist curling around her like a shroud, whispering secrets of heartbreak as she wandered through the twilight. Each footfall echoed with the weight of memories, lost laughter and fleeting moments that pressed against her heart. The city, both alive and mournful, seemed to share her sorrow, beckoning her deeper into its embrace as she sought a flicker of solace amidst the encroaching darkness. The flickering lamplight cast an ethereal glow, guiding her toward the promise of inspiration just beyond her reach. As she walked, she contemplated the bittersweet echoes of her past, each step entwining her fate with the shadows of her former life, creating a palpable tension that lingered in the cool evening air. Little did she know, the path ahead would weave together the fabric of her truth, revealing the extraordinary power hidden within the ordinary streets of her world. As Clara wandered deeper into the heart of Bloomsbury, a flickering light caught her attention, illuminating the entrance of an old bookshop. Drawn by its warm glow, she stepped inside, feeling the embrace of a magical ambiance. Books towered around her like ancient sentinels, their spines whispering tales of the past. The air was thick with the scent of aged paper and leather, igniting a spark of curiosity within her soul. Each volume seemed to pulse with its own history, waiting for someone to uncover its secrets. Clara felt an unexplainable connection to this place, a sense of belonging that momentarily soothed her aching heart. As she explored the cramped aisles, the weight of her memories mixed with the allure of the stories surrounding her, urging her to seek the inspiration she desperately needed. Her journey was just beginning, and the ink of her life story awaited her discovery. Inside the bookshop, Clara's senses heightened as she was enveloped by the enchantment of the space. It was here that she met Avery, the enigmatic shopkeeper, who seemed to understand the depths of her sorrow without a single word spoken. Their eyes met, and a silent connection sparked between them, as if their hearts were sharing unspoken truths. Avery's whispers held weight, offering insights that resonated with Clara's troubled past. She felt an uncharacteristic calm wash over her, as if the very essence of the shop had recognized her pain. It was in this moment of profound connection that Clara understood she had stumbled upon something significant, a potential turning point in her journey. The allure of the books around her seemed to urge her to delve deeper, igniting a flicker of hope within her weary spirit as she awaited the next chapter of her life. As the shimmering aura of the bookshop began to fade, Avery reached for a leather-bound journal, its surface glistening with promise. "This," he murmured, "is more than just a book. It can be your portal to the truths you seek." Clara hesitated, her fingers brushing the cover as an inexplicable connection surged through her. This journal felt alive, whispering secrets of empowerment, urging her to confront the echoes of her past. In that moment, a sense of weightiness settled over her, blending excitement with trepidation. Could the stories within these pages hold the key to her healing? With a breath that trembled with uncertainty, Clara accepted the journal. She could feel her heart pounding in rhythm with the fears and hopes nestled deep within her. This was not merely a chance encounter, it was an invitation to unfurl her story and embrace the healing journey ahead. As Clara held the journal, the atmosphere around her shifted, becoming a tapestry of her memories woven with emotion. She opened the cover, the pages blank yet palpably full of potential. With each stroke of her pen, she began to write about Daniel, the love she had lost. The words flowed like water, each line drawing her deeper into the vivid memory of laughter, warmth, and cherished moments spent together in Camden. The shop itself seemed to respond, shimmering softly as if it recognized the depth of her emotion. Clara could almost feel the energy of their shared past enveloping her, transforming the space into a living recollection. As the ink dried, she realized that she was not just recounting memories. She was reclaiming them, infusing her lost love with life once more. Transported into that cherished moment, Clara found herself standing beside Daniel, laughter spilling between them like sunlight. His smile was radiant, a beacon of joy that momentarily chased away her lingering grief. They strolled through Camden, the world around them vibrant and alive, each color more vivid, each sound richer than before. Yet, as their eyes locked, a bittersweet realization tugged at her heart. This happiness was fleeting, a delicate thread that could unravel at any moment. Just as Clara reached out to touch his hand, the scene began to dissolve, leaving her alone once more in the soft glow of the bookshop. The pang of loss echoed loudly in her chest, reminding her that while some moments could be captured in memory, others were destined to fade away, like whispers into the night. Clara's heart now ached with both the beauty and the transience of love, marking her journey into uncharted emotional territory. Clara felt herself yanked back into the present, the warm glow of the bookshop morphing into the familiar confines of reality. Overwhelmed, she took a shaky breath, Avery's cryptic words reverberating in her mind. "The past lingers, shaping our journey." It was as if he had peeled back the layers of her heart, exposing the rawness she had long tried to guard. In that moment, Clara realized that her connections to Daniel, to her regrets, and to the love that once filled her life were not mere remnants to be buried. They were threads woven into the very fabric of her being. As she reflected on these lingering attachments, her heart began to swell with understanding. She knew she must confront these unresolved feelings head-on, allowing herself to fully embrace the complexity of her past as she moved forward. Clara stepped back into the cool evening air, her heart thrumming with unspoken words and swirling emotions. As she traversed the tranquil streets of Marylebone, the night enveloped her, punctuated only by the distant sound of a train hissing through the silence. The echoes of her earlier revelations danced in her mind, a fervent dialogue between the past and her emerging self. She absorbed the city's pulse, feeling its energy mingle with her thoughts, transforming the mundane into a canvas for introspection. Each streetlight illuminated fragments of her journey, casting a gentle glow upon the intertwined paths of memory and hope. In this fleeting moment, the weight of her past began to temper, allowing new possibilities to emerge. Clara felt the exhilarating charge of change, the promise of what could be unfolding within her as she embraced the night sky above. As Clara settled into the worn seat of the night bus, the gentle motions lulled her into contemplation. Her thoughts danced with the echoes of her recent encounters, but she quickly noticed a figure across the aisle, a young artist sketching in a leather notebook. Their eyes met, and in that instant the bus became a sanctuary of shared solitude. As they began to speak, Clara felt her walls crumble. The artists shared their own fears and dreams, revealing vulnerabilities that resonated deeply within her. This candid exchange illuminated the tender threads connecting humanity, reminding Clara that even amidst isolation, bonds could be formed through shared experiences. Time seemed to dissolve as laughter and understanding filled the air, blending their stories into a poignant tapestry of connection. Here, in the heart of the night, Clara discovered the beauty of companionship, allowing hope to blossom anew. As dawn approached, a soft light began to seep into the horizon, pulling Clara from her reverie by the Thames. She paused to absorb the transformation happening within her and around her. The city, still cloaked in the remnants of night, awakened with whispers of possibility and hope. Clara felt an undeniable urge to return to the bookshop, to share her revelations with Avery, whose knowing gaze had inspired her heart's quiet awakening. Stepping briskly through the familiar streets, she noted how the early morning light illuminated the cobblestones, casting a fresh perspective on her surroundings. Every corner she turned held the echoes of her journey, reminding her of the beauty that lay in both her past and future. With anticipation fueling her steps, Clara embraced the truth of her growth, ready to reclaim her narrative and share it with the world that awaited her return. As dawn's gentle light broke over the city, Clara felt a familiar pull guiding her back to the bookshop, its magic whispering promises of renewal. Approaching the entrance, she found Avery waiting, his expression a mirror of understanding and encouragement. The journey she had undergone since their first meeting surged through her like electricity, a thrilling mix of pain, growth, and emerging joy. With each step, she reflected on the resilience that had blossomed within her, the weight of her memories transforming into strength. Standing before Avery, Clara felt a connection infused with hope, igniting the belief that her story was still being written. Today would mark a new chapter, one where she would weave together her experiences and dreams, into a tapestry rich with possibility. Clara's heart raced with the anticipation of sharing her journey, knowing she was ready to reclaim her voice. Avery smiled knowingly as he handed Clara the leather-bound journal, his gesture akin to a rite of passage. "This," he said softly, "is the beginning of your narrative. Write your truth and let it guide you." Clara's heart swelled with gratitude, for she recognized the weight of his words. This journal was not merely an object, it represented a vessel for her healing, a means to transform her pain into art. Inspired, she felt the ink of her heart begin to flow onto the pages as dreams collided with reality. Each entry would serve not only as a reflection of her experiences, but also as a declaration of her strength and resilience. Without hesitation, Clara vowed to embrace her journey, to pen each twist and turn, allowing the ink to map out her newfound freedom. As she clutched the journal tightly, a sense of empowerment washed over her, marking the start of her authentic journey. As Clara stepped out into the emerging morning light, a renewed sense of purpose surged within her. The city, once draped in melancholy, sparkled with possibility in the fresh dawn. With each breath, she felt the burdens of yesterday begin to dissipate, replaced by an invigorating clarity. Clara smiled as she took in the vibrant colors around her, the soft pastels of the buildings, the lively movement of early risers, and the tangible buzz of a new day. This moment was a turning point, one where the weight of her memories transformed into a source of strength. With each step, she embraced the beauty of her journey, ready to weave her experiences into narratives that could inspire not just her own heart, but others as well. Clara knew that this was not just the end of her past, but the beginning of something extraordinary. Clara walked the vibrant streets of London, invigorated by her midnight adventures and the revelations they had inspired. Each step resonated with the pulse of the city, where the echoes of her past began to intertwine with the promise of new beginnings. She marveled at how the night had transformed her perception. What once felt like solitude now shimmered with the potential for connection and courage. The morning air embraced her as she navigated the bustling crowds, feeling a sense of kinship with those around her, each person holding their own stories. Clara accepted this evolving narrative of her life, understanding that after the darkness of midnight, light could illuminate the path ahead. With resilience bubbling in her chest, she embraced her renewed identity and purpose, determined to carve out a future filled with possibility and hope. Clara's journey was just beginning, the city ready to meet her anew.